What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void. My name is Alex, and today we have Jason from Sinister Cinema Reviews, the legend that he is.
Oh, yeah.
One half of the Sinister Cinema, by the way, too, actually, right?
Yeah. Bailey's right off frame.
Oh, there she... Okay, the best half is off the screen, folks.
That's right. That's right.
But Jason, I asked him to come just on the spot because I wanted to put a video, guys, up for you to talk about the new Toxic Avenger. We got a new teaser that just came out today. And Jason, he's not like the biggest fan, so I thought we decided that it would actually be a good thing to know that he didn't actually watch all the original movies all through the whole thing and what his thoughts are on it with a person who actually grew up watching them all the time. So, what did you think of this new teaser trailer, knowing what you do know? And maybe you want to explain.
I'm curious on your thoughts on the franchise as a whole, because I do have all four on VHS here.
Wow. You actually have it on VHS.
I'm always curious to go in and check them out, but
they're fun.
I've only seen the first one, and my memory on that one is so-so. So I am not exactly sure what to make of the franchise as a whole before this film. But all I can talk about here on this is, the trailer I saw for this film. But what you said that you grew up on these, so you like all four of them?
I mean, I don't think I remember the fourth one as well, and the third one. I watched the first two pretty regularly. The third one I did like as well. I think the first one is probably got the most money. Like, it looks more like a film. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's not a throwaway thing. You know what I mean? A lot of them got a little too silly. Yeah. I mean, I love Troma. I grew up on it, but it does kind of fall in a specific kind of niche audience sometimes, where it's like more jokes than it is like quality sometimes. You know what I mean?
Sure. Oh yeah.
And so
with Troma, I haven't seen a whole lot of Troma stuff, but the Troma stuff I've seen, for the most part, it's not really my brand of humor.
Sure. Understand. So, I mean, a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
My buddy Chuck's not a big fan of even like silly comedies like that at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just does not get into them.
I mean, I am. I like horror comedy fine. It's just Troma just feels very like bottom of the barrel stuff. But as far as this trailer goes, this was something that I wondered if we were ever going to see, because there was so much behind the scenes issues with getting this thing released.
It's crazy.
And the cast, I remember when the cast got announced, I was just like blown away with like Elijah Wood and Peter Dinklage and freaking Kevin Bacon. I was like, what the fuck? A Toxic Avenger film? This is wild. So, this new trailer, which I feel like is a compilation of multiple smaller trailers, right? I mean, this doesn't feel like one cohesive, like purposeful trailer. This feels just like a mashup of a bunch of different little small trailers. I mean, there's definitely some impressive stuff in here. It looks much better than the Toxic Avenger movie that I watched, the original, as far as like quality goes.
There's definitely more money in here,
but not much more. It's still got that Troma feel to it, which I think is obviously intentional.
Sure.
This is done by Macon Blair, who
big actor.
Jeremy Saulnier films like Murder
He's
Party,
done a lot.
Ruin. But he also directed that I Don't Feel Okay in This World Anymore or whatever. Elijah Wood was also in that film, so that would make sense of why he came over. But I don't know. This looks like fun. I mean, there's a good amount of practical effects kills in here, and a lot of like very tongue-in-cheek, self-aware humor that feels like it's going to be at least fun. So overall, I just think the trailer looks just fun, which is exactly what it should be.
Mm-hmm. And the teaser, I don't know if you caught the teaser. I thought I sent the teaser to you, but that's fine. I really just wanted to talk about what were our thoughts of how it looked really are in general. But the new teaser does show a little bit of CGI There's a guy throwing there's the Toxic Avenger played by Peter Dinklage throwing a glowing mop at the stage. It goes through someone's head and then shocks the DJ, which there's this band called Killer Nuts. Oh, okay. So I thought it was the trailer. Sorry. You said trailer and I'm thinking teaser. Well, anyway, I think this is just kind of like a cutout moment where they're doing some like shtick about the band as like supposition to whatever else this bad guy is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think Elijah Wood plays a bad guy in the movie, but I'm not 100% sure.
He doesn't look like a good guy.
Right. He definitely looks like something like fucking out of Batman, the second Batman or something, like the Penguin or something. But yeah, I mean, it looks fun. I like it seems like a good quality. I am a little concerned that it's going to be back to those old days where we would see like Death. What's that movie? It was called Death Prison or something like that, where it was supposed to be the like.
You mean my least favorite movie of all time?
Yes, that one. The one that
Gunnar Hansen Abomination?
Yes.
Oh my God, no, it's nothing like that.
It's like just because you put so many people in a movie doesn't necessarily make a good film.
Right.
But the fact that we got people like Elijah Wood, who has a pretty decent track record in the indie scene, as well as Macon Blair, for like he's actually been like an unsung hero in the indie horror scene. Him directing, I've never really seen that much other than that show that you just mentioned, which is actually fantastic.
Yeah, he's all his son. So
yeah, so I'm relatively curious about it. Now like I said, I am a little worried because it's been 3 years we've been talking about it. And it's
been
like
a while. It played pretty well at Fantastic Fest or something.
Yes.
I think that was the place that it played well at. So I think that finally got the green light on it.
Well, it was the big deal is that I heard was that there was a clause in the contracts with a lot of the people that were in it. They were like, look, if I'm going to be in this movie, then it needs to go into the theater. It has to be a theater release. And they couldn't get any distribution for the theater release somehow. But now they're doing it on some sort of like limited, or it's October 29th, right? That's what I remember.
I don't remember what it said, but sure. Look here. It says August 29th.
August 29th. That's what it is. Okay. So I don't know how that's going to go. I'm weird. It's weird that they're not putting it out in the summer, but I guess you would think that it would be a perfect time to go see it.
They put it out in the window that was open for something like this to come out. I'm sure. Obviously, they don't have a lot of draw with this title. So
it seems like they're limping in a little bit.
Yeah, whatever the theaters had open where there's not a lot of competition, and they were like, screw, anything can go here. I have no doubt it'll be a very limited release. It'll probably be at only like 2 or 3 theaters in all Arizona. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's one. But yeah, I don't expect it to play much.
So, what did you think of the band in this teaser, by the way? Were they like the Cottonmouth Kings, or were they like the Insane Clown Posse, like technically?
Yeah. I think that's the joke, is that they're supposed to be some kind of like ripoff of them. And
they're supported by like some mega corporation that like apparently is doing some sort of like heinous stuff behind the scenes with like environmental stuff. Like I've heard that in the news report. I remember.
That's funny. If they don't sing about magnets, I'm out.
Magnets.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You say what you will about the ICP, but they're on the right side on some things. You have to give them a little credit. So
I wouldn't know what those things are, but I think that's a conversation for a different time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this just looks like it's gonna be turn off your brain, fun as it should be. It's a toxic Avenger film. I mean, what the fuck exactly would you expect from the movie? If you thought this was going to be anything but what this trailer shows, then you obviously lost the plot.
Right. It definitely feels more modern. Trauma.
Yeah.
Than it does the older stuff, but it also has like a feel and look about it that looks like an old Trauma film where they actually put the money in instead of just trying to get any old, thing on film.
His mop looks like something out of Harry Potter.
Well, he's like 2 degrees separation somewhere in there.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's odd. It's an interesting choice to have, a little person playing the Toxic Avenger.
I mean, they made a little guy turn into a big guy.
And
if you think about
a little guy turn into a little guy now. So
yeah, a bigger little guy.
Yeah, that's a fascinating turn.
Although we haven't seen him like in his regular form, so we don't know. We don't know who's playing the Toxic Avenger before he turns.
He's in the trailer as Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, did they show him? I don't remember showing.
Yeah, he's at the doctor and he's getting pills for his headache.
Oh, okay.
Did you? Because this is where we're. No. The trailer is like 3.5 minutes long, and it's literally like 5 different teasers mashed together in one.
Sure. Yeah. No.
Meant to feel like commercials on like on TV.
I guess I'm looking at the original and looking for that in it because it's like he gets thrown out a window and he falls into a toxic waste dump, and that's why he's a dork. He like mops at the local spa. And it's very different. It looks very different from the original. So I don't know why I'm even thinking of comparing it to that. But yeah.
Well, and the fast food joint is clearly like a homage to the original, because in the original, from my memory, like first showdown with the Toxic Avenger is at a fast food joint. He like sticks this guy's head in like a fryer and whatnot.
The gore in those movies were pretty good, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I only can talk on the first one. I know there was a cartoon as well.
There was a scene, and I looked this up because I'm doing a video here for you guys soon about movies with kids, the demise of kids, and scenes with that in it, like disturbing scenes. And one of them is actually one of the ones I was looking up and researching was in Toxic Avenger, and I watched it and I was like, holy shit, that's actually really violent. Like, extremely violent for what I remember the Toxic Avenger to be. So I need to watch this before we watch and review the new movie for sure.
Oh, for sure. I'll cover all 4 of them probably on the channel before this movie comes out. I have till August, so
they just put out a 4K set and they have the Blu-ray for like $20. So it's like,
I highly doubt this movie needs to be seen in 4K. Like the originals. There's some movies that just like I see 4K and I'm like, for what?
I genuinely hope that this movie is good. Like, I want it to be good. I think both of us do.
Have you ever wanted a movie to be bad?
No. But there are people out there that are like that. So it's good to state it every now and then, because some people just want to make the movie bad before it even hits the fucking screen. And it's like, I have seen so many movies that I went in thinking it was going to be bad, and then came out a huge mega fan, that I'm like, you can't do that anymore. You have to give everything. I mean, there's some movies I watch the trailer and I'm like, all right, yeah, this might be a hard fucking watch, but
sure,
I'm still going to review this one here. Look, I think it's in, oh no, I don't have it here, but it's called The Pickleball Exorcist, which
yeah, you're gonna really be bringing in the subs with that one.
I feel like Toxic Avenger might be better than it. I don't know.
Fuck. I hope so.
Hey, you don't know, man. You never fucking know. Like, you've seen movies that you absolutely love that are the cheesiest, dumbest shit you've ever seen, but somehow make you a fan.
I understand. Just last year there was I mean, there's titles that can be very off-putting, that seem dumb as shit, and then you watch them and you think they're gonna be something horrible like Amityville Shark or something, and then you watch it and you're like, oh wow,
this is actually kind of creative, and like,
yeah,
even though the acting's bad, I can still kind of get behind this for some reason.
It depends, right? Like, so last year I watched a movie called The Invisible Raptor, and I thought, like, oh, this is gonna be like an asylum type of garbage movie with horrible acting, bad quality production, this and that.
It was one of your favorite movies.
It was not at all. It was actually really well done. The humor really landed very well. It was very well shot. acted the whole thing. I was blown away while watching it. Like, holy shit, how the fuck is this possible? So you never know until you watch something. I don't think I've ever trashed a movie in my life I haven't seen. I don't know why I would ever do that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, society. They like to predict the future and just say that the movie's going to be bad based on like some weird thing. Like I'm not one of those people that want to put down The Predator before I see it. The Predator movie, Badlands, because it could be really cool. I like the concept and I really want to see what it does because being on another alien planet is kind of cool to me. Like I want to see stuff like that.
I mean, they did that in Predators, but
right. But it was not, you didn't really know that until the very end or towards the middle, I guess. You know what I mean? Like this is like, hey, we're going to be on another planet.
Yeah.
We're colonizing it. So
yeah, I thought the trailer looked awesome. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm somebody who's very much like, if it's not for me, it's not for me. And I move on with my life. And that's that. I don't really care to talk about things I don't like.
Sure. No, with this Toxic Avenger, though, I think I haven't heard a lot of great things about it, to be honest. I've heard some people be like, oh, yeah, it's good. So I'm hoping their non-enthusiasm is off. And it's going to be one of those movies that kind of like what was the Street Trash movie that you just saw? Like,
yeah, I was going to say this looks similar. I enjoyed that.
Right. It's not for everybody though, right? Like I can see why people didn't like it. I don't have any problem with that.
I don't think there's ever been a movie ever made that's for everybody. And
I don't think we're going to see a reboot Toxic Avenger 2 continuation unless for some reason this movie just does so well after release. I don't know if I see that because just of all the troubles they had trying to get this thing out there. It's just been a big budget nightmare.
No chance. No chance that this will have a sequel.
So what's your level of interest so far with all these trailers you just watched?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
I think a 5 or a 6.
Okay.
I'll watch it. Obviously, I just I have a feeling I'm going to walk away from it just being like, that was fine. That was fun. I had a good time. I'll probably never watch it again. And that's it. That's what I'm expecting, and I have no doubt that's probably what I'm going to get.
I'm hoping for more than that. You're making me sad, Jason.
I hope so too. I hope so too. That's my expectation, but I try not to get married to my expectations.
Yeah, I know.
Let the film do whatever it does.
Well, I'm probably at about a 6.5 right there. Okay. It could go 7, but I'm at 6.5 where I'm like, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it to some degree. It's not going to be a movie that I'm going to watch all the time. It'll be a movie that I'm like, oh yeah, there's this cool scene in there. Let's watch it again. But hopefully I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So
we shall see. We only got like 3 months.
3 months, long months.
Because
you're going to be waiting every day.
Oh, I know. The anticipation's killing me. What are we talking about again?
Oh, yeah, the Toxic Avenger. That's right.
Right.
No, he's joking. Guys, Jason watches more movies than I do, okay? And believe me, it's funny, too, because this motherfucker was telling me, oh, this year I'm cutting back. And then now he's off to, like, more than he did last year. So
no, that's not even remotely true. I'm just watching older films right now. I'm watching Last Boy Scout today.
Those count, man.
Ninja 1 and 2. No, I never said I wouldn't watch as many movies. I said I wouldn't watch as many new movies.
Right.
Yeah, no.
If you saw the trailer, you said to me, you're like, if I see the trailer and I like it, I'll probably watch it. But if I don't, it's going to be up in the air. I may give it a shot or not.
So the way that would go is that if it's something I'm already interested in, I'm not going to watch a trailer.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
If it's something that I don't have an interest in, but people are like, oh, maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll not. And it's kind of on my radar, but I don't really know anything about it. I'll throw on a trailer. And if a trailer can sell me in like 30 seconds or so, then I'll probably, add it to the list.
Right.
Because I'm not going to watch an entire trailer. If I'm like fully into the trailer, I'm probably not going to watch the movie. Right.
Okay.
Because like all I want is just like a tone.
Right.
And then I go, oh, that looks quality. That looks like something that could be enjoyable, but I don't want to see anymore because trailers are the most spoilerific things that have ever existed, especially these days. Unless they're made by Neon. Neon's doing really good trailers right now.
Some people might be upset by Neon because of Long Legs, because you're either a fan or you're not, it seems. Well,
the trailers are amazing.
Yeah, they definitely are.
It might not represent the film properly per se, but that weapons teaser was phenomenal.
Oh my God. Yes. I can't wait for that.
That Long Legs teaser was phenomenal. All of them. That was the fun. It was half the fun. Like, it's going to suck because, in the future, when you talk about Long Legs, there is that experience you miss out on that you can never recapture of like,
sure,
you got to watch the trailer for this, and then you've got to build that anticipation, and then you got to check out the website, and you got to go through like the fun information and build the anticipation and the excitement for the months that are coming until it's released. And there's all this kind of mystery surrounding it. And then once it's out, it's just like people are just going to watch it. Right.
So what Jason's saying is that the Avenger, the Toxic Avenger, is not one of those films.
No, it is not.
Since we watched the trailer. But no, I totally agree. Like, if it's a movie that I'm like anticipating and I just know is going to be good, like Sinners was one of those things where I was like, okay, I know this is going to be good. I really don't need to watch a trailer, but I'm going to watch. I just happened to catch it and didn't realize that it was Sinners because I knew it was coming out.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, I turned it off halfway through. I was like, I'm done.
Sure.
I don't need to see anymore. And that's it. And a lot of reviewers are doing that these days, guys. So that's why I personally don't like to do trailers unless it's something that I'm like okay with. And I'm just kind of like, am I going to like it? Is it going to be good? It doesn't need to be ruined. Like Predator Badlands, I'm not worried about that one too much because it's not as in cut with horror. Like, you know what I mean? Like it is, but it isn't. Like I might do a review of it, but I don't think I'm going to be abandoning my horror, vibes about a movie if I watch the trailer, you know what I'm saying? Whereas something like Shining 2, when Dr. Sleep came out, I mean, that definitely could have and did ruin some stuff.
Oh, sure. I would not have watched this trailer had you not asked me to watch it and come on to discuss it. Right. So the only reason I finished this trailer is because we were going to discuss it. And it's like, hey, I turned it off 10 seconds in. Let's talk about it. That wouldn't really work.
Okay.
So yeah, I typically don't watch trailers. I think they ruin movies and spoil lots of great moments because, of course, they're trying to sell a movie. So they put the best parts in the trailer. And then you go to the theater and you're like,
it's nothing.
Well, I know you're not dead because I saw you're in a scene later in the movie. And that kind of stuff is really frustrating. So, yeah, I avoid trailers like the plague.
So do you think this helped your experience or not?
Yeah, as I said, like I was so like middle of the road with this anyway. I was like, I'm gonna watch it for sure. Okay. And my excitement level was probably at a 5 or so. And
so it went up a little.
Trailer, it's at a 5.1.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. So you got to say that again. It's at a 5 point.
It's a 5.1.
Okay. Well, there you go, guys. So let us know what you think in the comment section down below. A lot of you guys who follow me also follow Jason, but if you don't, please follow Jason on Sinister Cinema Reviews. He does new, old, everything. People will donate movies. He'll watch those and review them. But yeah, thanks for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. I know it was last minute. I appreciate it.
You owe me.